Hey, if you're an experienced, seasoned professional, you might not need this video. But if you're just a normal person that's just getting started on guitar, or maybe you're stuck at a rut just playing a few chords, you want to move on, that's what this is geared towards, is helping. I kind of base this off of what I see in my students. Maybe a guy that's raised the family and now wants to have a little fun catching up with some of his passions, or a mom that wants to spend a little time learning how to rock and roll, and or maybe a younger student that hasn't even had a chance to do some of these moves. So that's what this is all about. Well, I've had some bugs. I've been out working on a shed doing some roofing, so I know what that's like, and it's actually pretty fun for a little while. You know, I wouldn't rule out a possibility of becoming a roofer someday, but for now I'm going to stick with being a professional guitar player. So we did this kind of rockabilly rave up lesson, which was like some of that boogie stuff. It has a bounce to it. I start bouncing. For some reason the old Gretsch is my guitar for that. So the key of E is that really easy low E string plus this B note, 5th string, 2nd fret. I'm just kind of doing like a washboard, chuck, 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 chuck. And I'm accenting with some of these little digs on that G. You can also, there's so many things you can do. Well, you might wonder, what's the next chord? Are we just going to stay on one chord? No, we got to go up higher. You can tell it's going to be higher. You probably got an idea what the next chord is, but it would be A. So if we got... So I did a little walk. I kind of bounced it. E, F sharp, E, G, G sharp, E, A. And A is really easy when you lay your finger flat, and you know that, right? Maybe not. I'm amazed by how many people don't know that is an amazing chord. The A, you're going to hit those strings. So you're going. Similar kind of. And you can be a little sloppy. That's what I like about this. You can be a little wild. I'm doing the old. That's adding a 6th interval. It's an A5 to an A6. Hitting 4th string, 4th fret with my ring finger as I bounce it with the pick. And back to E, which you can do the same. Or that's like a minor, which makes it sound dangerous and kind of dark. Dark. And the major, a little happier when you hit that 6. It's a major interval. I wonder what would happen if we hit those together. A minor 3rd plus a major 6, which I like that chord. A minor 6, that's kind of wild. I never thought of that. So I enjoy teaching and putting these videos together because I put things together. It's kind of raunchy. I probably wouldn't use it all the time, but it might be something you could throw in there. It's kind of got a, well, that's an octave higher, or 2 octaves higher. Let's look at that. So it's all coming together. This is a minor 3rd plus a major 6. That is the ring finger on the G note, 1st string, 3rd fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, that's a C sharp. There's our 6th. This is a minor 3rd. Kind of sounds like a train going woo woo. That's kind of an effect that, you know, a lot of great musicians might have grown up near a train track, and they might have borrowed that kind of freight train chugging sound. And you got your woo woo. There's that whistle. That would fit that riff. I might use that. I'm going to come up with something. So it's kind of the woo woo, and here's the train. Brian Setzer totally abuses that. Might use middle and pinky, or middle and ring. Probably not index and middle, because that kind of throws, I don't know. It could connect with that root chord, but I like it more out here, because you're going to be going. So those were some like kind of triplet pull-offs. Seeing if my string kind of came off the rail there. So that was pulling off. You can use, well, I wouldn't use middle and index. So that's speed. We're building some speed. I pick the G, and it pulls it off. Middle, index, open. But I want to use ring and middle. But really, I've kind of evolved into this weird setup with just pinky and middle. How about pinky and index? I've never done that. That's terrible. Ring and middle for now. So I'm doing a pull-off. I hit ring and it pulls off. So I hit one pick stroke here, pull off, pull off. That's how we build up speed, or the illusion of speed. I call it flash. Do a little flash. Let's say you're always hitting chords. It's great, but what if you throw in some flash? So there I went. 3 strings, exact same lick on all 3 strings. First string, second string, third string. And you can land on the root, which is E. You gotta know E. Oops. You can start with the open high E. And you can go farther. Or you can kind of go back and forth. This guitar is a little dead sound. I'm playing through a 66 Vibro Champ. I got flat wounds, heavy gauge strings. It's a little dead. I probably will put some round wounds on it. Making excuses again. No overdrive, it's clean. No echo. Kind of tells the truth about your notes when you take away the effects. With distortion and echo and overdrive and stuff, you probably wouldn't have heard that little scuff note. Because those effects kind of compress your sound and smooth over errors. Sounds very cool too. And I use them. But when I practice, I might take away the effects. That's kind of cool. I tried to do, but it kind of came off as. You could pick it all too. It kind of like blarps out there. Probably round wound strings would be a little more cool sounded. So you've learned the E and the A. The B7 is the third chord you need in for the 3-chord rock and roll business. B7 is middle on the bass. B. This index finger's on your major third, which has a nice sound. La, la, then ah. That's an A or ring finger. Ba, 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 ba. Open B string. That's a root. B, D sharp, A, B. Then pinky on F sharp. That's a 5th interval. So you got 3 fingers on 1 fret. Middle, ring, index, and middle, ring, pinky, index, which can actually do a neat thing if you go. One more thing about B7, you can slide it up. That sounds cool. So B7 slides up and it becomes a really creepy C7. It'd be a C7 or C major 7/7 or something like that. It's a mix between a dominant 7th and a major 7th, which they don't get along so well. That's why it sounds demented, and it's nice to put that in. You don't want everything too nicey nice. You got to get a little dirty sounding in there. Maybe A minor, G, F sharp, E minor. Get some kind of wicked, dark, bluesy, surfy, swampy, rockabilly roots music. Well, the Gretsch kind of brings that out in me. The frets are kind of worn down really bad, and the neck is nice and worn. That's good. That feels great that the finish is all gone. It's just kind of stained old dark wood from years of shredding, but the front is in nice shape. The Gretsch 6121. Alright, let's wind it down with a far out chord. This is your index finger laying flat at the 11th fret. And I'll add my middle finger here. So it's kind of like this. If you want to get, let's make it nice first. So you got 3, 0, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12. You can actually add a 9th on top. But what I did was I flatted this root here, which makes it a major 7. So it's an E6-9 major 7. So it's like a 0, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11, because the index finger's flat. Resolution. Alright, that's it. I'm jabbering. I'm wound up. I got lessons from 1:30 till 9 p.m. today. So I'm just getting ready. I'm going to keep up with them guys. Girls, we're going to learn a lot. And keep practicing. Thanks for watching. Hey, stop.